Turn 15 for Tracksuit Mafia. No reason not to stall till turn 16. Two-die blitz, double skulls. Final TRR gets spent. This will be a good hit. No TRRs left in the game. Gets a KO. Oh boy. This is brutal. 8 players have been knocked off the pitch. Turn 16 for DI to Knuckle. Oh boy, there's a blitz a coming. What is that about? What is that? I have no idea what this is about. 3-die block with Boulder Dash with the black skill. Gets a stun out of it. That's going to be it. 2-2 will be the score of this game. We'll see if he tempts fate anymore. I certainly wouldn't. I would just score. I feel like this is Nuffle tempting you. He says, you want to take blocks? You want to take blocks? Good luck, buddy. Good luck. Take the block. You think he's really going to try to hand off? He wants to put the win in the fate of a 75%. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! I am utterly speechless. 2-die blitz. 2-die Russell Blitz. That'll work. Let's go here. Let's follow up. There is the catch. Let's go. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. 1-0. Take the word, take the bat, takes the lead.
I scored.
Thanks, man. Marks the ball carrier. That's it. Turn 16 for a Reptile Dysfunkshun. They've got a 2-die block coming back against Lisa Lowe, but it is an unskilled block. Oh boy, that's a good block. Wow. Scary stuff. A blitz against Avril Lavigne would do it. Here it is. It's fine. He'll blitz Mariah Carey instead, and that'll be enough. We're going to overtime, folks. We're going to overtime. Here it is, 1-1. Hank the Ranger says, hope to be back to defend my Dungeon Bowl championship this year. I hope so too. I look forward to it. What a game this has been so far. 1-1. Doing a good job of keeping their defense intact here. Taking the blocks, keeping the defensive formation together. And this, look at that! That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. Passes the bomb to the thrower, and now the thrower is going to pass. Doesn't get intercepted. Wow! What? Holy moly! That's exactly what we were talking about. Pass to the thrower. The thrower knocks the ball carrier down. And now Shale, the Goblin, has picked up the ball. Absolutely marvelous. Now the werewolf is going to blitz. As the block skill and mighty blow is going to get a push, but a frenzy follow-up to try to surf here. Well done. Well done by Pity the Ghoul. Gotta be careful of that frenzy surf. I know. I know. Not even with a frenzy, I know. Well done by Pity the Ghoul there. 3-man player advantage. Good knockdown by the right side. Fletch Golem, Mr. T. Turn 4. Final turn of the first quarter now. The Journeyman lineman stands up in front of the left side. Fletch Golem. Good dodge by Pony Malone. Jump up. Going to try to surf this werewolf here. 1 die block. It's all they needed. Well done by Petting Zoo players. Oh no! Scooby-Doo! Where are you? Wow, a surf for a surf. Scooby-Doo dies. It's a necro team. They don't have an apothecary. Failed the regen roll, and Scooby-Doo is just dead. Level 3. In this position, he's now... Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That is a dodge that only succeeds on a 6. He got the 6 to the uphill block that will keep the drive alive. He got a POW and a defender stumbles result. The Ghoul has the dodge skill, so he's not going to get knocked down. How is that not a...
already back to back. Death stars are running on a midnight train. Back to back. Conscience is slipping to the end. Back to back. Can't now let anyone do it again. Back to back. I can no longer pretend. Give me a break, you down. Just wanna get by my dance again. Lazy down while I have it day.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the penultimate game of the season. It is the third place consolation match here in Blood Bowl number 2, and it's going to be a good one tonight. Tonight we have a Reptile Dysfunkshun versus Pity the Ghoul, Nick Satan versus Dead Fred. This is Lizards versus Necro. We just saw this matchup in the semifinals, and let's take a look at the bracket before we talk about these two rosters. I feel we're going to have a lot of the same things to say as we did in the last semifinal match. As you can see, the roster as it stands, there are 5 teams that entered the Blood Bowl this season. 2 remain in the upper bracket. We have the consolation match tonight to determine who will finish the season in third place. That is the current league champion, Nick Satan, and a Reptile Dysfunkshun versus Pity the Ghoul. A Reptile Dysfunkshun losing out to PPFC in their semifinal matchup. Pity the Ghoul losing out to Knee High to Knuffle in their semifinal matchup. Again, the winner tonight will end the season in third place. And then, of course, in the runners-up bracket, Jingles All the Way with their fantastic run in the Dungeon Bowl. They faced off against PPFC. PPFC beat them out in the lower bracket to advance to the upper bracket, and now they're in the finals. But tonight, it's a Reptile Dysfunkshun's final game of the season, the last we'll see of this disgusting roster. Let's take a look. TV of 1530, no money in the treasury whatsoever. They've got a 12-player roster, and it's a pretty good roster. Pickles the Crocs. I was going to say a whole bunch of Sarses. It's 6 Sarses. He always has 6 Sarses. He's got his 6. And then a complement of Skinks as well. 3 TRRs, 2 cheerleaders, 1 coach assistant, 9 fan factor, and of course the apothecary. This is going to give him the advantage almost certainly on the kickoff event table. Not only for fame, maybe, but definitely when it comes to cheering fans and brilliant coaching. He'll be up against Dead Fred's Pity the Ghoul. They're coming in at a TV of 1510. They have 10K in the treasury. He's going to get 30K total that he can spend in the inducement phase. You can't buy anything with that, so there'll be no inducements unless somebody sacks a player. No inducements tonight. It's going to be pure Blood Bowl through and through. Another 12-player roster. He's got a pretty standard Necro team as well, except he's missing a werewolf. His 2 high-dollar werewolves were murdered this season. He's left with 1 rookie. That's Riker. Werewolves come with Frenzy and Claw. He's down a zombie as well, but he's picked up his 2nd ghoul. So 2 flesh golems, 2 whites, 1 werewolf, 2 ghouls, 3 TRRs, 8 fan factor, 1 necro. Of course, he doesn't get an apothecary. How do the teams play? I think we're going to see a lot of what we saw in the last semifinal matchup. In that one, I favored PPFC to come out on top simply because of Dead Fred's injured roster. His roster is a little bit better, but crucially missing those werewolves and only having 1 who's a rookie. I think it's going to hurt him a bit here up against this leveled Lizard team. Lizard's one of the best races in the game, in my opinion, and you can see that Nick Satan has 2 players with Mighty Blow, 2 players with a strength of 5, 2 players with guard. That's a lot to get through. It's very, very difficult. And then the Skinks. 5 of the Skinks. 2 of them are sneaky gets. 1 has sprint and sure feet as well. Oh boy, a Reptile Dysfunkshun has a pretty solid roster here. He's going to try to leverage this Mighty Blow to get the player advantage. I think that's how both teams play tonight. I think both teams are trying for that player advantage. For Nick Satan, he's going to try to take out those positionals. He wants to take out that werewolf if at all possible. If he can take out the whites, that's great. If he can take out a flesh golem with Mighty Blow, that would be amazing. And then, of course, there's MacGyver, the ball carrier. If he can take out MacGyver, that's just the cherry on top. He's pretty brittle, but he is a blodger, which means there's only one face on the die that will knock him down. So he's going to be tough to take down, and he's certainly going to be the ball carrier tonight. For Dead Fred's team, I think it comes down to targeting these skinks. 5 skinks. These are the only players with any real agility to speak of. Everybody else has an AG of 1. They cannot handle the ball. If Dead Fred, I was about to call him Pity Fred. if Dead Fred can target these skinks and take them off the pitch, then Nick Satan can't do anything. He cannot handle the ball at that point. He has to put his fate in the hands of Nuffle and just hope these big dumb Sauruses can pick this ball up and run down pitch. If they can, they're going to be a menace. But otherwise, I think he needs to target the skinks. But again, Nick Satan's got the 2 sneaky gets. He is going to be gunning for those positionals and fouling each and every turn, trying to take them off the pitch, trying to get that player advantage. Whoever gets it, I think, wins this match. But Dead Fred has a little bit of a positional, a tactical advantage, in my opinion, and that's his zombies. The zombies don't really do much. They're the cheap player. They're 40k. Decent stat line. We can take a look real quick here. Decent stat line, you can see here, 4-3-2-8. Not too shabby, but really what they can be really good at. So this is a running team. He has a number of players with an AG of 3, so he can definitely pass. That's not off the table. Quick passes with a team reroll, or short passes with a team reroll. Not really much of a problem here for this team. Nick Satan's team, not a passing team at all. Doesn't mean he can't do it. Probably means he won't. But generally speaking, these are 2 running teams. And when we talk about running teams, we talk about opening holes in the defensive line to try to run the ball down pitch. For Nick Satan, he needs to honestly open a hole. He needs to play honest blood ball, needs to open that hole and then move the cage down pitch or move the ball carrier down pitch. For Dead Fred, he doesn't necessarily need to open the hole. What he can do, because he's up against these Sarses with an AG of 1, he can use these cheap zombies who aren't good for a whole lot else and just tie up Sarses. So if he can tie up a Sars, all that Sars can do is block down the zombie or try to dodge, which he absolutely will not do. He could, of course, blitz, but you're locking down the Sars and you're hopefully keeping him out of the drive. So that's another way that Dead Fred can get down pitch. He can go man to man with these zombies. He can go base to base and try to keep the Sarses out of the drive. That's another option for him. We'll see if he can pull it off tonight, but man, not having any inducements, I think, hurts Dead Fred more than it hurts Nick Satan. Nick Satan is, or Dead Fred is the underdog. So Nick Satan, of course, wouldn't get any inducement money, but if he were the underdog, I think it would hurt him less not to have it than Dead Fred. Dead Fred being down those 2 leveled werewolves really, really hurts when you're up here at higher TV levels of 1500 and higher. But he can pull it off. Again, these 2 coaches are here in the championship. They're great coaches. We'll see what happens tonight. Final game for both of these teams. Final game for both of these teams, sure, but for both of these coaches in the season, it's been a great season for both coaches. It's been a great season for all of us, man. I love this game so much, and I've loved this season. It looks like both coaches are now in Discord, so we'll head on over here to Cabal TV and see if we'll get this game underway. Should be a quick inducement phase, seeing as there's nothing to do. Not so trusty bashes. Thank you for the bits. Nick's 6-6 Saruses sacked several silly zombies. SV Beaver says, I find it hilarious you call either team here an underdog. Yeah, these have been 2 very, very powerful teams all season long. We saw a Reptile Dysfunkshun take a break in the Dungeon Bowl. They didn't want to injure their team, risk having it injured here for the Blood Bowl. SP Beaver says, rule proposal for season 3, no lizards. Oh no, nothing's off the table. Nothing's off the table. Oh, I hope it's not all lizards. Sounds like a weird a weird Addams Family version of like of like Captain Crunch. Like, oops, all lizards. All right, here we go. This consolation match about to get underway. 2 games left in the season. This is one of them. All right. Pity the Ghoul looks like they're going to be on defense to start this game. Did they pull out the fame advantage? They did. So they only had... Nick Satan only had 9 fan factor versus Pity the Ghoul's 8. So that's not too unheard of, but that's really going to help Dead Fred here against all those cheerleaders and those coaches as well. It'll help him a little bit, but it could be enough to stave off the extra reroll. Clear skies for this 3rd place consolation match. Dead Fred on defense, 3-man line, going with his patented shallow defense here. Everybody up in the linebacker position, ready to go. Here's the kick. Quick snap. Reptile Dysfunkshun. Everybody gets to move 1 space. They get the reset here. They'll probably move a space. Yeah, move a space toward where they want to be. They don't really need to reset on the line here. They've got 4v3 on the line in terms of strength to be able to block that whole line down. They're going to move the Crocs forward a little bit over here. They're going to try to tie up some players in the backfield here. Maybe try to blitz down an important player he has his eye on. We'll move 1 player back toward the ball as well. SP Beaver asks, is it just 12 players for each team? It is just 12 players for each team. Each player or each coach has a player in the reserve box. Turn 1 now for a Reptile Dysfunkshun. Jedi George says, go Necro. He wants Dead Fred to come out in 3rd place here. 2-die block to start the game. Good knockdown and Den fielding. They're going to break armor. Gets a stun. Second block on the line, double skulls. Reptile Dysfunkshun has to spend their first team reroll of the game. They'll get a knockdown on the center defensive tackle. Breaks armor again. 2 players stunned on the pitch. Final block on the line is going to be a 2-die block. He might be trying to make it a 3-die. I don't think he really wants to commit that many players to a 3-die here. It will be up against a player with the block skill, however. SP Beaver says they need to end each and every turn with a foul. Yes, indeed. I think a Reptile Dysfunkshun is really looking to do just that. You can see his 2 halfbacks are his sneaky gets. He has them in position here where they're safe behind the offensive line and they can zip in and foul. And I'd be very surprised if we don't see a foul every turn, but Pickles is boneheaded. She doesn't know where she is. She's going to stay there. Not only does she lose her action, but another 3 blocks, 3 armor breaks, 3 stuns. Pickles not only loses her action there on that failed boneheaded roll, but she loses all of her tackle zones until she succeeds that roll later in the game. Cliffy says Skink should never be able to be safe. Gets 2 marks on Mr. T over on the right side of the pitch here. Looks like he's maybe trying to run down the right side. Gets a mark on Mr. Rogers over on the left side of the pitch. Here comes that foul. 3 assists on the foul. Breaks armor, doesn't get an injury. The sneaky gets mean that if that armor break does not succeed, even if they roll doubles, they are not going to get called off the pitch. They're so sneaky that this ref just won't see it. Try to pass here for some SPP. Didn't get it. Doesn't matter. He won't spend the reroll. He doesn't have the reroll to spend, but he's fine. Turn 1 now for Pity the Ghoul. Pity the Ghoul takes a mark on Subway Qdoba McDonald's Jr. Cleffy says, not a lot of reason to pass for SVP on your team's last game. He's a star player. He wants to go home to his hometown and talk about how much of a star he is. Pity the Ghoul, Dead Fred, typically takes his time here on his turn, trying to figure out where he wants to be, where he wants to go. Wants to stop the run, so he needs to be careful about this lane opening up. He's going to move in to get another assist on Subway Qdoba McDonald Jr., and now he'll be the 2-die blitz. He'll get a push. Follows up here due to Frenzy, another 2-die. Gets another push. Has no choice but to follow up. Frenzy requires you to follow up on all your blocks. If your first block is a push, then you get a second block. You can see he dodged out there. Well done. That's a 3+ dodge. 67%. 2-die block over in the left wide zone. This is going to be a knockdown on the Crocs, which is not the Crocs. The Crocs. The Saurus the Crocs. Number 6. Going to be knocked down. These lizard teams, man, really hard to break armor with this AV of 9. 30 seconds left in turn number 1. Pity the Ghoul has to be careful of leaving holes open. He's relying very strongly on Mr. T's stand firm. MacGyver moves over to the left wide zone, takes that 1-die block with Mr. T, works out, do the block, so gets a great stun on Steve Irwin III. Well done. Turn 2 now for Reptile Dysfunkshun. Looks like they're going to go all in on Mr. T. They need to knock him down. Three-die block of the line, gets a push on Cliff Clavin, the number 6 zombie, over on the left side of the line. That's all the blocks. Split's still on the table. Jedi George says those stunned zombies make good roadblocks. They do indeed. Push them straight back. They got stunned. They don't go anywhere. They're eating up space, and that's pretty good for Dead Fred. I don't think he minds too much. Mr. Rogers marked by David Attenborough over on the left side of the line. Two-die blitz on Roscoe Pico Train. Gets a push. Really wanted to take Roscoe off the pitch. That's a white with Mighty Blow. One of the 2 players with Mighty Blow on Pity the Ghoul's team. What? That had to have been a misclick. Had to have been a misclick. What? Tried to dodge out, but as we talked about in the pregame, there's only an AG of 1. I guess maybe he didn't see MacGyver. And he was like, uh-oh, I gotta get out of here. Maybe I'll just knock myself down. I don't know. Turn 2. Jedi George says Cyrus Josh Hodge is PPFC's specialty. 2-die block on Subway Qdoba McDonald Jr. gets the knockdown by Sam Beckett, the number 16 Ghoul. He is injured. I think he has damaged back, so it's going to be a +1 to his injuries. The old 6+ dodge. In Blood Bowl, when you make agility rolls, when you make anything other than a block roll, you're usually rolling a d6. And on those rolls, 1s always fail, 6s always succeed. So no matter how unlikely something seems, you've always got a 1/6 chance. Wow. 2-die blitz with Riker on Saurus the Skink. Gonna break armor on the second block, gets a stun. Pushed onto the ball, ball scatters forward. Is he going to try to GFI on the ball? I can't imagine he will. Good pickup by the greatest. Everybody's tied up except for these two players back here. He can move a player into position to tie up Meatwad of New Jersey. And that's exactly what he did. MacGyver moves in to tie up Meatwad. I don't think he can tie up Briltz of Slatzul. "13 seconds left. He's really trying to figure out what to do with Roscoe Pico Train. He's going to move him down pitch. He'll tie up the Crocs, the Crocs, the Saurus. The Saurus, the Crocs. Oh man. Takes 2-die block with Mr. T over on the right side of the line. That works out due to that block skill. Not so trusty patch says skinks are difficult to tie up. They are indeed. They have an AG of 3, they have the dodge skill as well, and they are stunty. So they can just zip right by. Unfortunately, they only have a strength of 2. But I think Dead Fred did the right thing here. He tried to make it as difficult as possible to get at the ball carrier. 2-die block at the line. Pickles is going to break the armor of number 11, gets a KO. Well done. 1-man player advantage now for Reptile Dysfunkshun. Is he going to try the 1-die double dodge blitz? 2-die block knocks down Mr. Rogers. He's going to stand firm. There's 1 dodge. He's not getting the assist there. He is getting the assist there. So he's going to try this double dodge blitz. Boy. I would have tried to make that a 2-die. If I was going to go for this, I'd dodge all 3 of these guys out. Here it is. Here it is. It's going to be a push result. Surprised he did it this way. So he moved this player in, but didn't move this player out. It ends up being an uphill block. Gets the push out of it. Is he just going to go for another uphill here? He is. Oh my goodness, he gets the POW! What on earth? Holy moly. So he set this up in an oddball way where he gets 2 uphill blocks. Instead of going for the 2-die with the 3 skanks, I would have thought he'd dodge out here, here, and here, then blitzed with 1 of them to get the 2-die. Instead, he gets 2 uphill blocks, gets double pals on the second block, and that ball is now loose yet again. Flavius, thank you for the bits. Jedi George says again, using the old PPFC playbook. Pity the Ghoul. I'm going to mark some of these skinks here. He's scratching his head. He's like, Knuffle, why have you forsaken me? Two-die block gets the push here on Frilts of Slatzul. Two-die on the follow-up gets a push as well. Got to be careful with frenzied follow-ups. It's very easy to follow up into an uphill block. Livius, thank you so much for the bits. Under a minute to go in turn 3. Here comes the blitz. He's going to try to blitz Samuel L. Skinkson. Gets a push on this 3-die. Pushes him off the ball with MacGyver. MacGyver a blodger. "45 seconds to go in turn number 3. Man, I can't get over that double uphill. I just can't get over it. Moves Sam Beckett, the number 16 injured Ghoul, into position, marks the ball. Jedi George asks, the other Ghoul dodged and pick up? Looks like he's, yep. Looks like he was thinking about it, and now he's got the pickup there. GFI'd. He's trying to keep this ball carrier safe. There it is. Spends the reroll. GFIs, man. They'll always fail you. There's only one face on a GFI that fails. That's a 1, and you will roll it 9 times out of 10. No, I'm sorry. You'll roll it 9 times in a row. SP Beaver, thank you for the bits. Takes the 2-die on Mr. T. He's going to stand firm. Another 2-die coming back. Mr. T doing his job here, tying up all these Sauruses. If he just gets the 2, which he will, that's a pretty good tie-up. Good action order here by Nick Satan to take the second block here with the tied up number 8 Pancakes. This is going to free up Steve Irwin the third. Dodges out Saurus the Skink to lend an assist on this block. 2-die block on Sam Beckett. He's going to have to re-roll this unless he takes the both down result. He's going to get a push result. He was looking for something better here. Very good positioning by Nick Satan to get that 2-die block. Well done. Well done. Nick Satan, current league champion for 2 more games. This game and the championship game. And then we will crown a new champion. Another 2-die on Sam Beckett. Another push. Is he going to have the audacity to try this again? Blitz spent. He can take a block on the ball carrier. I think it would be unwise. Takes a 2-die over Mr. Rogers on the left side of the line. He's going to stand firm. Another 2-die. This will be a push. And another stand firm. That's the power of stand firm on these flesh columns. They are just exerting tackle zones, and they will go nowhere. They will go absolutely nowhere. Like he says, I would definitely expect both these coaches to do everything possible to take great choices all over the place. 2-die block, he's going to get a knockdown on 2D, the number 7 zombie. Two-die block. If he can take out Roscoe Pico Train, that would be great for him. Doesn't work out. I think that'll do it. Oh, he is going to go for the uphill. Oh my goodness, another push. Another push. He's gonna push straight. Yeah, he's gonna push straight. Gonna make this 2 dodges the score. 2 dodges the score. That'll be it. Fourth turn for Pity the Ghoul. Final turn of the first quarter. I think he just goes for it, right? I think he just boop boop GFI. 2 dodges to a GFI. He is not stunty, so he doesn't want to go here. He wants to go here and here. 2 dodges, a -1 on the first one, a positive dodge on the second one. Unless he can make it safer. Unless he can get... Which I don't think he can. Oh, he's got MacGyver here. He absolutely can. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. One block. We'll see a second block here. I'll take the block with MacGyver. Make this a 1 dodge to a GFI to score. Under a minute to go in the first quarter. Pity the Ghoul. Yeah, there it is. What? What? All right. Well, that's still a dodge. All right, let's go. 1 dodge, 1 GFI. Pity the Ghoul will take the lead. This will be a great opportunity for them. Good dodge. Can they make the GFI? They do. 1-0. Pity the Ghoul scores on defense. Well done. Cleffy says, taking that dodge out seemed dangerous, but I see why he did it. I did not see why he did it. do tell. Yeah, good call. I guess that was I guess that's fine. I guess that's fine. Brilliant coaching. You can see, yeah, this is the deal. This is why Nick Satan almost routinely picks up at least 1 more coach and 1 more cheerleader than his opponents. That's going to give him an extra reroll here for the rest of the game. He has a full quarter here to try to tie the game up. He can certainly do it. Jedi George said, I'd have done it just for the chance to take out the skink. I mean, that is completely fair. Breaks armor, gets another KO. 2-man player advantage now for a Reptile Dysfunkshun. Actually, I wasn't even paying attention. Is anybody KO'd? Nobody came back on KOs. All right. Another pal on the defensive line here. 9+ will break armor. Breaks armor again. Gets a stun. Well done. Mayhem used to play for Genus Chaos, now playing for Pity the Ghoul. Even when he dies, he can never die. Rocks, blitz, passes the boneheaded roll, gets a pal on Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers is going to stand firm and get knocked down. I might have actually taken the push there. I might have not used stand firm here and allowed Mr. Rogers to get pushed here. I think that would be better positions for Mr. Rogers. Reptile Dysfunkshun. Second verse, same as the first, doing a lot of similar things here. Similar tactics as to his first drive in the game. Good pickup. Trying to cut off the defense from the right wide zone. Moves the ball back to center pitch. Already spent the blitz. The sneaky gets will not... well, I guess they can go after Punky Brewster. I guess they should go after Punky Brewster, in fact. No! No foul. Wow, turn 5 for Pity the Ghoul. I don't see why he wouldn't bring Briltz up and foul Punky Brewster. Maybe even, or maybe foul Mayhem instead? Punky's probably safer. Pity the Ghoul's defense. They saw an opportunity to pick up the ball in the first drive. They grabbed it. They went for it. A couple key tactical decisions got them into the end zone. Now all they have to do is play it safe. They're going to be on offense in the second half of this game. If they can end the first half up 1-0, they'll be in great shape to win this game. Two-die blitz against Subway Q-Double McDonald Jr. It's a two-die because the greatest American hero, of course, has a strength of 4. Oddly pushes him here. But it makes sense, all right? So you've got some options here. You could say, well, I want to push him away so I don't have him marking another one of my players. But by doing this allows him a little more control over here in this lane, right? This gives him a little more control over in the right wide zone. And so I think that's a fair push. Two-die block on the number 6 source, the Crocs. Gets a POW. Looking for that 10. They got it. And they injure the Crocs. Thankfully, so I don't have to say that name anymore. Oh, the Oppo's going to be spent. Maybe I do. Oh, he's going to go into the sub box. I have a brief respite just for a drive. So it's going to be a one-man player advantage. Let's see. 2 off the pitch. 1 off the pitch. One-man player advantage for a Reptile Dysfunkshun now. Two-die block. Gonna get the POW on Subway Q-Double McDonald Jr. Well done. Oh yeah, Jedi George makes a great point here. In fact, forget all the tactical positioning. Both these players have guard. That's great. That's great. They'll get their assists no matter what. Turn 6 for a Reptile Dysfunkshun. Stand up blitz with the Crocs. Risky blitz gets a push. That Crocs has to roll a d6 every time she takes her action. Anytime she rolls a 1, she'll just stand there. Boneheaded. Two-die block. On Punky Brewster is going to get the knockdown. Breaks armor, but Punky's too strong. She's going to stay on the pitch. She is stunned, though. Taking marks to get these 2 dies. First 2 die on Mr. T. He's going to get the POW. Mr. T's going to stand firm. Where's he going to move the ball? I'm surprised he's not moving the ball first. He's taking his blocks first, and that's fine. But moving the ball is safer, and he's running out of time. So by taking these blocks first, it suggests he's trying to see how these blocks go before he moves this ball. Jedi George says, I love that my contribution to the league is that all the lizard men are now identified as women. Hey man, I don't make the rules. I mean, maybe I make the rules. I was gonna move up to a Reptile Dysfunkshun. Oh man, I can't say his name. A Reptile Dysfunkshun's own 4-yard line. Here comes the foul. Breaks armor, gets a KO on Mayhem. Well done. It's going to stay on the pitch. 2-man player advantage now for Reptile Dysfunkshun. It's about time we see these sneaky gets getting to work. That's right, I don't make the rules. Except when I do. 2 turns left for Reptile Dysfunkshun to try to score. They can certainly do it. These skinks are very, very fast. They have an MA of 8, but remember, Samuel L. Skinks and Esquire has sprint and sure feet. He gets 3 GFIs. You can see those down pitch here instead of 2, and he can re-roll a GFI as well. 2-die block on Pickles the Crocs. Gets a pal here for Pity the Ghoul. This is over on the left side. He's keeping his ball carrier at mid-pitch to give himself more movement options, but I have to imagine he's going to move. He's going to move down the right line here. We'll see. Jedi George says Roscoe could get there, I believe. Roscoe Pico Train, the level 3 white. He is certainly in position. It says so the next Crocs is called These Skinks. Saurus named Saurus in the right wide zone. And always have him in the left. I don't give Nick any ideas. Or like a Crocs called the ball carrier. Blitz still on the table for Pity the Ghoul now. Great ideas for next season. Pity the Ghoul has to be a little bit careful here. They're getting very aggressive on their blocks, which is fine, but they really don't want to open up a hole without having somebody who can go after the ball carrier. Clappy says, do you feel that Nick needs my ideas to try to make your life harder? No, he doesn't. Are we going to see the blitz with Roscoe? Roscoe the white? Whites are Necro Blitzers. Looks like we are. He's marking players on the line here, behind the line. He's going to go for this blitz with Roscoe Pico Train. Here it comes. 2-die blitz with the block skill. It's going to be a dodge push unless he re-rolls it. I think he wants to. I think he wants to re-roll this. He does indeed. Both down result. That'll work out. Where's the ball? And he gets a KO. Wow. That's the star ball carrier for a Reptile Dysfunkshun. Excellent blitz by Pity the Ghoul. Good choice to spend the reroll there. He wanted to knock that player down. Those skinks are hard to lock down otherwise. Good use of Mighty Blow. Really well done by Dead Fred here. Could he score again on defense? Two-die blitz on Roscoe Pico Train. It's going to be a knockdown. Gonna be a knockdown by David Attenborough, the level 4 Saurus. Oh, Roscoe is injured. I'm not sure Dead Fred's ever had a regen work this season. Or Reptile Dysfunkshun. They have to end this turn in scoring position, so you can see he's moving Flip Pippi down pitch, the number 14 skink. Good. I was going to say good pickup. Was not a good pickup. Good dodge. Got the pickup. Is he going to move forward and pass? Looks like he is. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Short pass. I'm sorry, long pass. He wanted to make it a short pass with the GFI, but as we all know, GFIs fail 900% of the time. Turn 7 for Pity the Ghoul. Not looking good for Reptile Dysfunkshun to score in this half. We'll see if Pity the Ghoul can make something happen here. They can't score. I don't think they can score. Yeah, they can't score at this point. But, oh, I'm sorry. It's only turn 7 for them. They can absolutely score. It's going to take a mark on number 4 here. He can, if he gets the ball with MacGyver here, he can just run down pitch. Everybody else is tied up. The only person who can reasonably get to him is Friltz, who has a strength of 2. Yeah, just run. I think that and he GFI'd. I don't think that was necessary, but fair enough. Now he's in scoring. He's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's in scoring position now in the left wide zone. I don't really think there's anything a Reptile Dysfunkshun can do. Anything reasonable, anyway. He's going to take the blitz on Friltz. He'll get the push. He'll follow up. I'm sorry, he won't follow up. He's a ghoul up against 100 Sarai. This might be it for his turn here. I don't think he wants to do anything else. Oh, he has movement with Sam Beckett. He can move Sam Beckett to get some tackle zones in between the ball carrier and everyone else, and I think that might call it a turn. Yes, indeed. That's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to exert some tackle zones here. I think that'll be it. It's going to take some blocks. Ooh. Ooh. I guess they're not too risky. 2-die block gets a push against Pancakes. Follows up, keeps that Saris tied up. Takes a 2-die against Friltz, gets another push here. He'll push him back into the werewolf, I have to imagine. Oh, I don't like these blocks. I don't like these blocks. I feel this is going to free up a player for Reptile Dysfunkshun. We'll see, though. Turn 8. Final turn of the first half. Reptile Dysfunkshun is going to stand up their lizards on the right side of the line. Takes the 1-die on Riker, has to spend double skulls. Double skulls. He wanted that lane for Friltz. That'll be it, I think. Pity the Ghouls just got to walk this ball in, not take any more chances. They walk this ball in. No reason to put any more hurt on this team. It's their final game of the season. They walk the ball in. They go up 2-0 on defense. And that almost clinches the game for them. But he's going to take the blocks anyway. 3-die block against Friltz of Slatzel. He's going to get a push. And he spends it. Oh my goodness, he spent it. He got the POW. But he's got a GFI to make here with MacGyver. No rerolls remaining. Oh, can he do it? He can. 2-0. Pity the Ghoul increases their lead here on their defensive half. Man. Stellar defense by Pity the Ghoul here in this game. You can see why he's made it to the Blood Bowl. Nick Satan and a Reptile Dysfunkshun is going to have to find a way to play defense the same way here to try to come back from this 2-0 deficit while they are on defense. They're going to get back one of their skinks. That's going to help. Oh, wow. Pity the Ghoul's going to get back nobody in their knocked out box. That'll definitely help. So it looks like 11v8 on the pitch. Is that right? 5, 6, 7, 8. 11v8. 3-man player advantage right off the jump for Reptile Dysfunkshun here. Reptile Dysfunkshun with 7 players on the line. 4 strong on the left, 3 on the right. Very oddball line here. So Reptile Dysfunkshun with 3-man player advantage. They are down 2 touchdowns in this game. They are on defense, but they've got the player advantage. And they've taken out some important players. They've taken out not the Greatest American Hero. Yeah, the Greatest American Hero and Roscoe Pico Train. So they haven't taken out the Greatest American Hero. Fair enough. But Roscoe, he's the Mighty Blow Blitzer. He's been taken out, or white, as it were. That's pretty significant. Pity the Ghoul. I don't know why they want to match. So whoa! I don't know what's going over here on the left side of the line. I don't know why they would want to go toe to toe with these Sauruses. Sauruses. It's a wow. It's a riot. Guaranteed loss of turn here on the first turn, or before the first turn, I should say. So now Reptile Dysfunkshun just has 7 turns to try to score 2 TDs. Yeah, so he took the 2 die on the right side of the line, but what's this about? So you just want the tie-ups here? It's the 2-die blitz. I just realized my foot wasn't on the pedal. 2-die blitz follows up here. A dodge push. Oh, Riker in some trouble. Riker in some trouble. Gets the pickup with MacGyver. PTG did need knockouts there. He definitely doesn't want his wolf here. That's his only remaining wolf. And that's a pretty key positional on his team. If he loses him, he'll be at a significant, he'll be at much more of a disadvantage, I should say. Jedi George says that's what, his 5th wolf this season? It's at least his 4th. But yeah, it could very well be his 5th. Both down results. Over on the left side of the line is going to be, I'm sorry, both standing due to the block skill. Turn 10 would have been turn 9. Turn 10 for Reptile Dysfunkshun. They're going to take these blocks. They're going to get a push on the number 6 zombie over on the left side of the line, Cliff Clavin. Another block coming up. Probably takes this on Mr. Rogers. Doesn't need to. He does. Takes the block on Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers is going to stand firm. Mr. Rogers is stunned. Could be a decent stun if he can convert it. Final 2-die block on the left side of the line. This will work out due to the block skill. Number 5, Subway Qdoba McDonald Jr. Number 5, Saurus, freed up in the left wide zone. Two-die block on Mr. T. This is not going to work out. He has to spend the reroll. He's going to get a push result. Mr. T is probably going to stand firm. Yes, indeed. A bone-headed pickles. Oh no, double skulls. The greatest American hero. I'm sorry, Riker the Wolf says, I know what I'm doing. You think I'm scared of you? Oh boy. Someone prayed to Knuckle. Turn 11 for Pity the Ghoul. Jedi George asks, is Riker in scoring position? he is. He is. So it could be a 1-2, 1-2. It could be a long pass from here. It could be a short pass from here. There would be no interception attempt. You gonna go for it? Looks like he's gonna... GFI 1, GFI 2. Looks like he's gonna hand off to the greatest American hero. He is. 2 successful GFIs. Hand off to number 4 coming up. There's the handoff. Whoa. So I think he needs to scoot for the pass. Failed the pass roll. Nope. Didn't need to scoot for the pass, so no interception attempt. Good reception. He has to move forward. So there'll be 2 dodges. I'm sorry, he'll get the blitz. Gets the PAL. Wow. Wow. 2 GFIs to go 3-0. Wow. Oh, why stop now? Why stop now? You can win this game 7-0. He's gonna hold short. Gets a stun on Steve Irwin. Clypeus with the GFI warning. Thank you for the bits. Dead Fred was like, whoa, 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 whoa. Forgot the odds on GFIs. I'm good. Takes a 2-die uphill block on the Crocs, the number 6 Saurus. Oh, this character again. He's gonna get a push result out of it. Resets that left side of the line now. Turn 11 for Reptile Dysfunkshun. Yeah, exactly right. Jedi George says, should have GFI'd, would give him another chance to get back his 3 KO'd players sooner. Not just, I mean, yes, absolutely right. Get back your 3 KO'd players, go up 3-0, which all but seals the deal. But now he's going to have to eat this blitz. I spoke too soon. I was going to say, yes, eat this blitz. Failed GFI, has to spend the reroll here. Wants to set up a player in position here to force the dodge if necessary. He'll set up a 2-die blitz on Riker the Werewolf. Here it comes, 2-die blitz. Gets the knockdown. Where does the ball scatter? Does it scatter out of bounds? Breaks armor. Doesn't scatter. Oh, it does scatter out of bounds. Oh, man. Wow, it doesn't go too far. Doesn't go too far. Reptile Dysfunkshun will have an opportunity to grab this ball. Good ball pickup. Good ball pickup. Look at all that movement with these skinks. And that's the opportunity a Reptile Dysfunkshun needs. Yeah, they're going to try to open up this hole here on the left side of the pitch. They need to score ASAP. 3-die block gets the PAL on Punky Brewster. Jedi George says things that will haunt Dead Fred in the dead of night. Should have GFI'd. 2-die block with Pickles. Gets a pal on Mr. T. Mr. T is going to stand firm and get stunned. Wow. Great stun. Shifts Delton, the number 7 Saurus, over to tie up Sam Beckett. The Ghoul at center. And then moves David Attenborough down pitch to try to protect the ball carrier as the ball carrier scurries down pitch. It's going to set up some tackle zones here. Pity the Ghoul stands all their players up, as you do. Pity the Ghoul deciding on his options here. Looks like he's going to go for the blit. Oh boy, another failed GFI. Spends the reroll. Pity the Ghoul down to 1. Oh no! Failed the GFI. Wow. Why did he want MacGyver? I'm not sure why MacGyver needed to be there, but now MacGyver's off the pitch. Jedi George says this is Duffle's revenge. Oh, wow. That's a huge loss for Pity the Ghoul. MacGyver the ball carrier. Strength 4, Blodger off the pitch. I guess he wanted MacGyver there in case Greatest American Hero dodge didn't work. And now to run the ball, and he has to run. Yes, indeed. 2-die, back at the line, gets a push. Yeah, the assist would have given him a 3-die block, but I don't know if it's worth it rolling that GFI, man. Not so trusty Patches said MacGyver's biggest weakness. Gravity. You can solve any problem except falling. Except slipping on grass. Jedi George says that was too greedy. 2-die would have been fine. I agree. A 2-die would have been just fine. I would have actually tried to maybe reset a little bit of defense here, because the ball carrier can only really be protected by tackle zones over here, and he has a strike with 2. So even just getting the 1 Ghoul back would have been sufficient to play some D, and taking your chances here on the dodge. Fourth and potentially final quarter of the game here. Pity the Ghoul trying to stop this score. If he can't stop the ball carrier, then Reptile Dysfunkshun will score on turn 13. And then they'll have 3 more turns to try to get the ball back again and tie the ball game up. Riker out of the drive. He's going to stay prone and get beat up turn after turn. Definitely doesn't want to... Well, I don't know. I don't know if he wants to risk the dodges or not. Probably wants to risk the dodge instead of the foul, but that'll be the last thing he tries. And there's that dodge, the Greatest American Hero. He's going to get a mark on Pickles the Crocs. It's going to be a both standing result here unless he spends a reroll. He might just want to hold on to that reroll. He's still up 2-0. Oh, he spends his final reroll, gets a push. Gets a push. Pity the Ghoul. Out of team rerolls for the rest of the game. 45 seconds remain for Pity the Ghoul. Takes the uphill block on Pickles the Crocs. This is not going to work out. Punky Brewster gets stunned on the uphill block attempt. I don't know how necessary that was, but he really wanted to take out that Crocs. Reptile Dysfunkshun absolutely going to score here. Oh my goodness. He's taking blocks. Why? Why? He's taking blocks. He's taking blocks. He gets a KO on Sam Beckett. That's great. But man, oh man. You absolutely have to score. SPB versus foul is safer than score. Oh, takes a 2-die block. It's double pals on Cliff Clavin. Look at that with the Crocs, no less. Man, this is. Ooh. Oh, he has to score if he has any hope of pulling this out. Taking all these blocks. 2-die block. It's another pal. Man. Oh. He's going to take all of his blocks. He won't take this one. Oh, he fouled. Oh my gosh. And the foul worked out. He got the KO on Riker. Oh, oh man. Oh man. Oh, oh. Boy, oh boy. 2-1, Pity the Ghoul. Only up by 1 now. Oh. We'll see if those KOs turn out to be a huge player advantage going into this next drive or not. Pity the Ghoul is going to get 3 KOs back. So maybe worth it. Riker's still going to stay off the pitch. That's a huge boon for Reptile Dysfunkshun. They're going to be on defense here again. There's 3 turns remaining. Jedi George says, I never noticed the pom-poms were severed heads. How else do you make pom-poms? I've never heard of pom-poms that weren't severed heads myself. So it's going to be 11v8 on the pitch yet again. SP Viewer says 11v8. Yes, indeed. 3-man player advantage for a Reptile Dysfunkshun. Here's the kick. Oh, man. Each team gets a bribe. And it's a touchback. Oh. Oh. You know what? I'd go risky on this kick, too. Fair enough. Touchback's going to go back into the hands of MacGyver, who came back on the pitch after being knocked out on the last drive. He said he risked a short kick. Yeah. I don't think there's too much risk to this with MacGyver so shallow. By all means, take the risky kick. Pity the Ghoul just needs to stop the score to win this game and end the season in 3rd place. Honestly, I would be very surprised if we don't see MacGyver hunt this ball at some point. Doesn't have to do it now, but like a turn 16, maybe a turn 15 punt. Pity the Ghoul weighing up their options. Moving up to the line to get some marks. He has Tootie, who has the guard skill. He's going to lend the assist on the block on the number 8 Sars, Pancakes. Over in the right wide zone, gets a knockdown, follows up. Cliffy says, can you punt off the pitch or do you have to target a square on the pitch? You have to target a square on the pitch, but it will scatter. SP Beaver says, I'm thinking Nick runs a skink back for a pass just in case. I think he has to. You can see Pity the Ghoul's leaving nobody back. I mean, he is down 3 players, but he's leaving nobody back to play defense against a potential runner. So I don't think it's too much of a risk for Nick, especially if he can get like a cheeky foul off. And now that he has the ref, why not? The ref. Now that he has the bribe, I mean, why not just go for broke? Pity the Ghoul moves the ball up to their own 4-yard line over in the right wide zone. One die block. Doesn't have the reroll. Rolled a skull. That's a turnover. Turn 14 for Reptile Dysfunkshun. How aggressive do you get? Injures Tootie. Tootie taken off the pitch. Broken ribs. Sorry, Tootie. You had a great season. Gets a mark on the ball carrier. 4-man player advantage for Reptile Dysfunkshun. If they can tie this ball game up, they're set up to be in great shape for overtime, whether they win or lose the coin toss. Gets a KO on Punky Brewster. 5-man player advantage now for Reptile Dysfunkshun. And they're still sitting on 1 reroll. They want to sit on that for as long as possible if they can at all help it. Although if they have to convert one into a TD, I imagine they will. There's 1 mark on the ball carrier with MacGyver. Remember, the greatest American hero has a strength of 4. So it's currently an uphill against him. Yeah, good call. Not so trusty patches says prehensile tail. Definitely helpful. It negates the dodge skill. And that's what the Crocs has. 2-die block gets the push on the greatest American hero. He's looking for something better there. Now here's the blitz. Here's the blitz. 2-die blitz on the ball carrier. Does he spend the reroll is the question. He's thinking. He's got 10 or so seconds to think. He spends the reroll. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. That is not what you want to see on your last reroll. Oh boy, Pity the Ghoul now. Turn 15. Neither team with rerolls remaining. They'll block down Friltz. Maybe move this ball down pitch. Maybe just block down Friltz and punt. 2-die block. You get the push on Friltz. That's really all they needed. Life says block skink, dodge out and run. Is there anywhere he can punt that doesn't risk an interception? Not really. I still think a punt's the way to go. Maybe he can get something better. Good dodge. He's gonna surf Friltz on the blitz. Wow. And gets an injury out of it. Wow. Wow. Now just a 4-man player advantage. But now he's got to move down pitch. He can't move too far. Nick's gotta get Samuel L. Skinkson into position. He has to. That's right, he can't punt now, but if he stays here, unless he has a way to defend this, he's gonna eat a blitz. Turn 15, Reptile Dysfunction. All right. I imagine the first order of business is to move Samuel Skinkson down pitch. It's turn 15. He has to end this turn in scoring position. That's the guy to do it. Doesn't have a reroll remaining. I think there's going to be a... Oh, man, these blocks scare me so much. Gets a KO on Mr. Rogers. Well done. I think we see a blitz with number 9. And then we see a dodge. Pick up the ball. Chuck it to Sam. We'll see. We'll see what he decides to do. Gaping hole down center pitch. Still hasn't moved that skink. Doesn't blitz with pancakes. Who's he going to blitz with? He's going to blitz with Delton, the mighty blow player. Well done. It's not going to be enough. That's going to be a dodge push. That's unfortunate for a Reptile Dysfunction. He'll get one turn to hope this ball will scatter or something will go in his benefit. Still hasn't moved the skink down pitch. He has to end in scoring position. There we go. Finally, he's got number 11 skink in scoring position. Probably takes the block on Cliff Clavin and then moves Subway Qdoba McDonald Jr. down, but nope. Oh, man. That's a turnover. Potentially final turn of this game. Turn 16. City of the Ghouls in the lead, 2-1. They're in possession of the ball right now. They are surrounded by Sauruses. But it's MacGyver. It's MacGyver. He can do anything. He can do anything. You see him playing with his shoelaces? Be careful. Be careful. He could be fabricating some sort of jet. No rerolls. Whatever Pretty Ghoul's going to do, they have to be very, very, very careful with their action order. They have 5 players left on the pitch. Take the 1-die block on Meatwad of New Jersey. They get the POW. 8+ will break armor. Follows up. What's the play with MacGyver? Under a minute left in this game, potentially, for Pity the Ghoul. 1-die blitz gets the skull. Where's the ball scatter? A Reptile Dysfunction has a chance. Has a chance. No reroll left for a Reptile Dysfunction. They have a chance. They really want to take down the greatest American hero, and they're going to just go for it right here. 2-die block. They get the POW. They get the POW. Break armor. Take the block on Dan Fielding. Here it is. 2-die block. Gets the knockdown. Here it is. Ball pick up to a handoff. Let's go. Let's go. Will it be Flip Pippy himself? SP Beaver, thank you for the bits. We do need a hero. Here's the ball pickup. Failed the ball pickup. Oh, that would have been so hype. Oh, good opportunity, good attempt. But Pity the Ghoul is going to squeak this one out. They win 2-1. And Pity the Ghoul will end the season in third place. Reptile Dysfunkshun ends in fourth. What? Man, what an exciting game that was. That was so hyped, so rad. Take a look at the SPP. Not that it matters at this point anymore, but a Reptile Dysfunkshun is going to pick up 12, while Pity the Ghoul is going to pick up 14. Who were the MVPs of this match? Mr. Rogers and Delton. You know what? I can buy it. I can buy it. Clifey says, that was everything Nick could have done that turn. Yeah, I mean, he did everything right, just didn't have the reroll. Clifeus and SP Beaver, thank you for the bits. GG's indeed. And as you can see, Pity the Ghoul is going to win this one. They're going to finish the season in third place. So, third, fourth, and fifth have already been set up. Pity the Ghoul is going to end the season in third place. A Reptile Dysfunkshun in fourth. And get them on the screen here. Jingles all the way in fifth. Top two is all that's left to be decided this season. One game left in season 2 here in the Mid-Atlantic Mauling League, and that'll be the finals. That will start to be scheduled tomorrow, and when it gets scheduled, you'll be able, but you'll also be able to check the schedule out here on Twitch and on our Twitter and Facebook accounts, and you can find the information for that right there on your screen. Man, play Blood Bowl. That was so hype. That was so hype. What a rad game this is. Ah, man, these are the best coaches of the season. We're down to 2. The top 2 coaches, the top 2 teams, PPFC and Knee High to Nuffle. That'll be El Nubarino versus Clypheus. 2 great coaches. Lizards versus Chaos Dwarves. Bound to be just as exciting, if not more exciting than tonight. I hope you'll watch it with me. I love this game so much. Should I, George? Thank you for playing. Thank you for coming out and watching. Blood Bowl is so rad. Once the season's over, we'll take a break for a little bit, and then season 3 will get underway. We have 3 open competitions a season, followed by an invitational. That's what you're watching here, the Blood Bowl. That's the championship match. All 3 are open to new and veteran coaches alike. Come out and play with us. We have a Discord. We have a podcast. We have all of our games archived on YouTube. We have a lot of information, a lot of tools, and a lot of coaches who are friendly and willing to help practice and get better and just have a blast playing this super rad game. I hope you'll come out and play with us in season 3. But before then, we got one more game. It's the championship match, folks. Once it gets scheduled, we'll see you back here for the final game of season 2. Until then, enjoy your night, everybody.
working